Welcome back to It Takes Two. And correction, no, it's in the next part that we actually finish the snow level. This part is small though because we're actually going to go through the snowstorm bit in that thing, but with some more ice skating. There you go.
Should have played Be Cool, Be Wild, Be
Yes,
we found you.
We managed to find Edgy Bird in the snow. We managed to. Okay,
I wasn't buried. I was asleep.
What was that's
Yes,
all
I
of the
must
victims of
became
Mr.
buried
Freeze
in
says. That what was the time limit was given in Batman Robin? 11 minutes or something to fall someone.
Yeah, 11 minutes. Yeah.
11.
How specific.
So what you're saying, Teo, is that Schumacher had a very specific vision when making that movie.
I guess.
Okay, Schumacher didn't intend to make it a bad film.
No, he did not. He himself has said specifically, and I quote, "If anyone has ever disappointed in Batman and Robin, I do apologize. I was just trying to make something entertaining."
I mentioned this in the.
But he has come out and said,
which you were in, by the way. But it's basically just that it was mostly, executive meddling, and while he was still alive, Schumacher did apologize, like Pedro mentioned in the official commentaries of the movie on DVD and Blu-ray. So
while we can blame a lot on the exec, Schumacher himself did kind of make some odd decisions.
Or at the very least, he did actually add some slightly passive-aggressive reactions, like Dweebs mentioned, instead of the fact that he yelled before every cut, "We're making a cartoon." So there is that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the biggest problem was... Sorry.
I know that Batman Forever also had some developmental issues, especially with the cast.
I actually don't know that.
Lee Jones and Jim Carrey.
Oh, that one I knew, sorry.
The big problem...
Yes, sir?
The big problem with the post-89 movies was it was actually opposite them. For Returns, it was a problem that they gave Tim Burton a bit too much creative control, whereas what made 89 work really well in comparison was the fact that Tim actually had to answer to somebody, because as we now know,
God, it's the Patty Jenkins effect.
Well, a lot of filmmakers have that effect, sadly.
I did mention during the commentary of Wonder Woman 1984 that, yeah.
With Batman Forever and Batman and Robin, it was apparently the opposite, where they limit him a bit too much. Like, it's this thing where there should be a balance between the executive making sure that the filmmakers doing things accordingly, how, basic standards are, while at the same time allowing him to do his job. But a lot of times this balance can be like Theo said, Batman 84 was clearly... if you think Warner Brothers would learn from past history, but no, they repeated the same mistakes they did with Batman Returns by letting Patty Jenkins, but completely at her own needs, she decided to make a throwback to the Linda Carter show instead of making an actual sequel to the movie that we saw in 2017. Are
we calling that a throwback to the Linda Carter show? Because that sequel feels nothing like the Linda Carter show.
Well, that's the thing, Jova. You can tell that Patty is a very vocal fan of that show. It's that show that made her.
Again,
and she herself said that she
wanted the movie because the sequel really it gets Linda Carter in there, but other than that, the tone doesn't even really feel like that. Okay, maybe it feels like that at the start, but otherwise the tone goes back to being, all serious and whatnot. So
I haven't seen the 70s show, so I cannot tell. But maybe, Jova, it's in the same way in how I think Identity Crisis is a love letter to the Silver Age. Okay,
let me put it this way, Terry. Those, like Jova said, those first 20 minutes of Wonder Woman 1984 that are very campy, those kind of... well, that's basically what the Linda Carter show, which, again, it was made in the 70s, so, of course, it was appropriate for its time, It has that campy charm to it.
Still hold up, though.
Oh, no. It has its campy charm. Again, if you know what you're getting yourself into, it's a lot of fun. It's a nice time capsule, as Teo would say, basically.
I'd argue that it still is also legit good, too.
Sure. I haven't seen it in a while, but I'm pretty confident probably is it still enjoyable really much.
Okay, actually wondering, what are you actually supposed to do here?
Well, right now we're supposed to try to find a way to open up this gate so we can go through, basically.
Okay, I know that you're probably just guessing what's happening, but
Remember, this is a blind
guessing too.
playthrough. Well, remember, to me, these kinds of games are best recorded blind because remember,
No, I can understand that. Don't worry.
because remember, not even half, most of the fun in playing a Joseph Ferris game is you and your co-op partner trying to figure things out together. This is a big part. This is why I really think a playthrough doesn't make it justice. I want to. Oh, and by the way,
your battery is low.
yes, my battery's low.
Also,
this is why
it takes two in the floor is lava.
This is why I really want to emphasize that the playthroughs, if you ask me, don't really do either this or A Way Out justice, because maybe A Way Out, but this game definitely not. But because it's one thing to watch this game when you're actually playing it with somebody else, especially someone who's a friend or a loved one, especially. The experience, there's no replacing that experience. I can tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
There's no replacing that. Watching a YouTube playthrough does not properly emulate. Yeah, you can get a sense of the story itself by watching on YouTube. The gameplay itself, no, trust me. Like this game should definitely be properly experienced as it was intended to really be fully appreciated. Because it
takes two, as it truly
it does indeed take two people to properly appreciate this game. Indeed.
That background kind of reminds me of Crash Free.
Well, I mean, it takes one to be a very catchy title, wouldn't it?
Well, it could work
be
with the
catchy
themes.
title.
It takes one to get the other. After all, again, for a game that's about a couple trying to understand each other's flaws, potentially, I guess it can work a little. But I get the idea that it was kind of like with that thought process that Joseph went through. So instead of just it takes one to get another, it's like it takes two because you're working to it.
Yeah, it's okay. If
this game were like an MMO or one of those battle royale games, it'd probably be called "It Takes 12,000."
Okay. I actually remember now. Okay. Basically, the idea is to create a bridge so that I can go through. So Vanessa's trying her best to rotate this thing accordingly. Basically. Well, okay. Remind me, Joe Van Dwebs, isn't there like a naturally English language expression? It takes two for something, or it takes two to do something. Isn't that like
it takes two to tango?
Yeah, there you go. That's another one. So I'm pretty confident that's where he got it from too. I'm pretty confident that was the thought process.
Or that song.
There's the classic joke. How many people does it take to do something?
Yeah. I'm pretty confident that's like. Go on. You were saying, Jova?
Like Tio said, It Takes One could be a catchy title as well. If anything, that could be a play on the typical It Takes Two to Tango thing. It just depends on how it's used in the context or whatnot.
Oh, sure. I'm not denying that it would work. I'm just saying I genuinely believe that was the thought process here. It takes two is a common saying, so they decided to go with that because why not? People will recognize it instead.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see if... Yeah, this one is gonna take a bit. Let me, but I think we're almost. There you go.
Also, I think you were supposed to. In the meantime, you probably just reattach the controller just to start recharging it.
No, I don't think. I mean, Vanessa was moving all the while, wasn't she? I think
but you. Oh, right. But it was on your side. But it was,
Yeah, on my side. On my side. But don't worry. I was inserting a cable while I was waiting for her.
That's what he said.
Theo does have a point, though. It was on your side where the PlayStation battery thing was going.
It takes two cables to recharge two controllers.
I wonder.
What is this?
Yes,
It
Jova?
looks like an underwater bridge of sorts. I've noticed a bit of a difference here, whereas with a lot of other levels, it felt like, we had, like, essentially similar tactics. But here, with this one, I guess because the magnet power-ups are more basic, it feels like they make, like, way different alterations off of the magnet-based abilities throughout the level, as opposed to, essentially running you through in this game here. Probably because the magnet thing is less complex than a lot of the other gadgets and whatnot you got in other segments.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Well, we're actually we're actually almost done anyway. Let me
Yeah, we
just-
fixed
like I said.
this infernal machine, so hopefully.
It's like I said, I do like it, but I do find the magnet powers to be some of the definitely more basic power-ups used in this game.
Sure.
And that's not necessarily even a bad thing, just something that I noted.
All right.
You
And-
just got screwed.
Huh.
Oh, look. It's the house from Nier? Sorry, the
Yes, it's the
lighthouse from Nier.
lighthouse.
The lighthouse from Nier, sorry.
The same kind of 2D,
Alright.
2.5D perspective.
And then they reach the top and the old lady's dead.
It's even worse if we actually have to lie to her.
Not me, I told her the truth when I played Replicant. So...
Mhm.
Alright,
You'll
let's see.
do that too, right?
Yes, I did it in the original run. I did it once just to see what the other answer was, but I think I sent you in the playthrough. But I, for that particular choice, I do what my heart tells me.
There we are.
Oh my god, we really are gonna be stuck there.
No, this is not gonna go the way of Frozen 2010.
Because we all love that movie, I'm sure.
Well, I kind of had fun tearing it apart, if that
Yeah,
counts for anything.
Compared to a lot of So Bad It's So Good movies, it does overstay its welcome a bit too long for my taste, but I still agree with Pedro overall.
Yeah, you know, it is a fun movie to tear into, but yeah, it can sometimes be a patience of endurance.
Oh, sure. But the characters are just so stupid that it really gives me a lot to work with, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Very much so.
All right, conversation.
Yeah, might as well.
Really? Has it been that long?
Yep. Why did we stop going skiing?
Well, Rose was born, and then the bills piled up.
Yeah, I guess. Ugh. And then we had that leak in the roof, remember?
Oh, don't remind me. Maybe once we've sold the house, there might be some money left over for a weekend trip. Hey, you could take Rose to Waterland.
Yeah, it's a great idea. Yeah. She's been bugging us all summer to take her there.
And then I'll take her again when it's my turn.
Yeah, she'll get to go twice.
Double the fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Speaking of fun,
Let's race.
All right, let's go
Which
then.
is a good job. You know, it's a good job there's the little pillow thing on that rail we can grip onto his hands won't get stuck.
Wait, they're skating though, not skiing.
Semantics.
You think that for all the big deals they made about skiing, it would have come to a skiing, but alas.
It's called.
And here we go. Whee!
It's called Wii.
God, you really should just put "Be Cool, Be Wild, Be Groovy" here, and added some Sonic clips like "Hey, all right,
Hey.
Tail."
You know.
You could use a ramp as a ramp.
So you want maybe put here? Like, from what I thought you were gonna say.
Wrong game.
I thought you were gonna say we're gonna say me to put the ice cap from Sonic Adventure.
No.
That's the song name. "Be Cool, Be Wild, Be Groovy."
All right,
The snowboarding
Yeah.
part, yeah, that's what it's called.
all right.
Yeah.
Then. Sure.
Or you could use the Blizzard Peaks tune from the Mario and Sonic Olympics remix.
Man, I'll use Cool Edge. I like that one.
Yeah,
Wait.
Ice Mountain from Team Sonic Racing. is where
no,
at.
it's good. It's good. Just like, not catchy enough.
Oh, hello. Who's inside there?
Okay, that's
Apparently
An
we found the...
abominable snowman light by the looks of it.
indeed.
Jesus.
All right, let's see. What we
So
can-
much so that they literally had him chained around the neck like he was an abomination when he was frozen.
Okay.
Yeah, it would be a shame if someone actually fought for him for that.
Okay, so what to do with this guy?
I mean, I guess
Kill
it's
him.
a convenient platform, I suppose, but
This would probably be best for me. Alright, let me try. There we go.
there it is.
Alright, May. Help out. There you go. Alright, that should do it.
Yeah, okay. Considering, especially for this particular set of levels, these ice ones, I can definitely see the fact that the composer was a huge fan of Journey, and I mean the video game Journey.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah, while not having the same identical type of instruments, it has the same kind of energy, the more intense doing the actual slide, this more tranquil one that does resemble, have the mysticality tone for a moment like this,
I mean, I guess I'm not really seeing specifically the journey elements.
No, Journey is in just the Journey, Pedro, not
I
the
know,
Journey.
no. I know which one you're talking about. I just said I'm not seeing the journey elements, as in I'm
Okay.
not seeing the elements in the journey. I'm not referring to it as the journey. I'm referring to it as journey, but I'm referring to the elements in it. Damn it!
Also,
Okay.
the different seasons of the Journey did have different composers. The second season had Hans Zimmer, I think. No, actually, no. Dibs, can you help me out on this one? Who were the composers
By
for
Journey,
different
when you
seasons?
said Journey, were you talking about the game or the band?
The first one was
game.
done. The first one was done by Atticus Ross, one half of the Noisy Duo. The second one was done by Junkie XL, and the third one was, I think, Hans
Wait.
Zimmer and Lon Balf.
They actually got Junkie XL for one of those?
Yeah, I know, right?
course.
The for the composing side, EA actually got people who normally don't do much video games.
They mean basically, Deji, the story mode of recent FIFA games is called The Journey, basically.
Whoa.
Well,
That's
recent ending with the one made in 2019.
FIFA 19, yeah.
Whatever. The basic point is basically the story modes of those were called The Journey. That's the basic point.
I forgot actually what the story mode of the NFL games is called. I'll check another time.
Are those bones that we're riding?
Yes, we are.
Yeah, either that or tusks.
Again, it's
which they are made of bones.
yeah, it's elements like these that really make me think. Yeah, like the level designers just put in all the visual cool ideas that they thought of. Let's make it rails, but let's not just make them generic. Let's make them bone spines. Why? Because
that's the energy of a Sonic game.
Yeah, I was supposed to mention again, for being just an indie with sure EA is backing it up at least partially, but still with a restricted budget and everything, managing to make devils that are like this big or this long with so many details, running of this consistent performance with a split screen, potentially even for online, it is actually a technically impressive stuff.
Also, not partially too. EA fully backed this up.
Well, I mean, in terms of
Well,
budget, remember
partly in
they
the
do
sake
mention
of budget,
they do
but
mention that for their indie programs is a thing of
is
like
it?
sure they will give their patronage, but as a trade-off for not interfering with the studio, they will not be treating with a budget of their usual AAA stuff.
Well, I get that.
You.
Really? Yes! When something dies, something new can be born. Whoa, wait a minute. Are we dying now? Relationship.
You mean relationship?
Your relationship.
The ship needs to sail.
You need to rebuild your relationship into a relation.
They're really doing it.
Yeah, our relationship's already collapsed. Remember? When something collapses, something new can be built, and then the attraction can grow freely.
Mate, they don't say that about books, You're really starting to make me want to test that theory on you right now.
I mean, it's very cold. We need something to heat up.
Oh, crap.
boy.
Does anyone have a lighter?
No, I don't smoke.
Uh-oh.
That book is literally going to kill us us until we eventually become a couple again.
Basically.
It's not very
Divorce
professional,
with-
Doc.
Is that they should probably just call off a divorce and then maybe the book will let them go.
That's what the book
Together.
wants, Jova. No negotiations.
Stay together and be miserable, and you get to live.
What a great message.
I mean, if it still turns out that the child can get into better custody, I'm fine with that, I suppose.
Let me see. Well, let me put it this way too. I think I'm gonna make an argument about that, but when we actually get to the ending of the game, because I actually,
I haven't seen everything yet.
because I actually do like let's just say the ending is not as straightforward as you might think.
Sure.
All right, almost done. Final.
Also, so I guess you get like a trophy or something if you pass through all of the checkpoints.
I haven't checked.
Okay.
No.
You can feel the close-ups. Yeah.
I'm feeling irritation at you. See, being in danger helps you become attracted to each other.
Also,
Then
Doc,
again,
that's again a nice metaphor, but this is more of a forced attraction. Those never work.
All right.
Yeah.
See you for the next
Right.
um,
part, everybody.
Yeah.